Hello and welcome to the Kindred Essence Tarot and to my latest reading, which is on your next soulmate. So I've got 7 different piles, pile 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, associated with different stones and one Buddha right there. So tune in to what pile resonates the most with you and let us get started. So this is about your next soulmate. So let's see. What do we have? Pile number 1. We've got the Queen of Wands in reverse. So this makes me think this is somebody who's kind of they've got an energy of boiling intensity. Is that sort of the word that comes to mind? They've really got a sense of boiling intensity, but they're not somebody who's necessarily pushy, although they can be at certain times, is what I'm hearing. They can kind of be pushy at certain times. And I'm hearing this person may have a bit of childhood trauma, is what I'm hearing, but they're not somebody, so it's sort of like what I'm hearing, this person has a little bit of trouble sometimes finding their balance. Like, I'm hearing, but like there's somebody who's like, but the funny thing is they may seem like this stone, they may seem very balanced, but it's almost like they really try to find their balance because they've been so imbalanced, if that makes sense. So it's sort of like it's like you wouldn't know anything is wrong just by looking at them, or with people that sort of interact with them would think that this person's quite sort of balanced, and they don't get angry too much. They're sort of I get that there's a bit of childhood trauma. I'm not going to go into what that could be a variety of different types, but that's just what came up. But it's not a bad, it's not like they're not imbalanced. They try to find balanced, and they've got a lot of focus, is what I'm hearing. A lot of focused intensity to get what they want. Like, they're very goal oriented, but it's almost like you get this energy of they're kind of a little bit too careful. Like, they're a bit too careful. Like, they're too afraid to get angry, or too afraid to be too extreme because of that. And it's just sort of like they've got kind of an energy of moving towards their goals, being structured, being even a little bit a tad rigid, but it's almost like they're very self-correcting. Like, it's like almost like they have a tendency, if they have a tendency to be too rigid, it's funny, I get this picture, they color outside of the lines just because of that. If they have a tendency, it's like they're overcorrect and be the opposite. Like, if because I'm a bit too controlling, well, I'll be the opposite and I'll be really uncontrolling. So they've got an interesting energy. Let's see if I can get any more. I got 3 or 4 from the bottom from this. Interesting. Interesting. I got a stupid and attack. So yeah, this person has definitely had some sort of attacking energy directed to them, and a lot of attack at their sense of self. But I'm hearing, it's not somebody you probably wouldn't know. This is like, they're kind of not the person who acts out, is what I'm hearing with the Queen of Wands. They've got a kind of an energy of almost hidden, like you wouldn't know, and just like they're almost like if they feel that they've gone in any direction, and maybe they've gone a little bit too extreme, they'd almost correct. Like, a very somebody who corrects their emotions, or if they know that they have a tendency, they tend to correct that tendency immediately. They tend to, like, if they know, for example, like, if they suspect that they're a little bit too controlling, then they'll try and, like, if they think that they're being a little bit controlling towards you, they'll be the opposite and be like, oh, do whatever you want. So it's almost like this person, I don't know if you've heard of the psychological term reaction formation, right? So this person is, I get that word for reaction formation. It says when somebody, they feels a certain way, they'll be the opposite. So it's like they'll try and, and I'm hearing you may want to pick another pile, because it's just, I'm getting kind of a hidden energy for this, and I'm not getting really beyond what I'm getting for this. And I know I haven't really gone into, but I'm hearing you may want to pick another pile to sort of expand on this, but it's sort of this is the basis of their personality, but interesting energy. So you may want to watch out for their reaction formations being opposite to what they feel or correcting themselves, if that makes any sense. It's interesting psychologically. Anyway, that's what I get for pile number 1. Interesting energy. Not a bad energy. It's not a, I didn't pick up anything bad. I just got, it's an interesting energy. Interesting. All right, let's get on to pile number 2, the Buddha. What are we going to get for this? I wonder. The Buddha. So 7 of Pentacles. So I'm getting, oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. I got 2 7 of Pentacles waiting. So it's sort of like this person is somebody who feels that they're always waiting for what they want, and they feel like it's always on the opposite of the horizon, right? Or I'm hearing that this person could travel a lot. And then interesting, I got 3 of wands, and it's sort of like they want to, it's like I get this sort of split image. They want to settle down, and it's like they want to settle down, but they kind of want to explore as well too. But it's not, I mean, I'm hearing they definitely want somebody, but it's sort of like they're kind of, but I'm hearing that they're kind of, or their exploratory days are over, and they'd like to find somebody in their life. But let's get some more, but interesting. That's 7 of Pentacles. So they may feel like they're waiting for you, or you're waiting for them. Interesting. And we've got another 7 right here. They may feel that, I'm getting that there's almost a distrust of other people with the 7 of Swords. And it's like they're trying to get over this distrust because they feel that people have, like, taking their energy. And I'm hearing they want to level up. They're almost patiently waiting for other people, but they're kind of waiting for themselves too. Like they want to, with the Judgment card, they kind of want to like level up. They're really kind of, and it's interesting, I got Sagittarian energy. Oh, and interesting, just as I said that, I pulled the Queen of Wands, which is like the fire sign. So it's interesting, they've got 3 different sides to them. They've got like a side that's really expansive. They've got a side that's sort of a little bit distrustful, and they've got a side that's sort of like passionate, and they're trying to balance these sides out to get what they want, and they're kind of like, yeah, they're waiting, or you could be waiting too. You're both kind of waiting for each other is what I'm hearing. But let's see. How will you guys meet? And it sounds, so I'm hearing that when, it's not really how, but it's sort of like there's an energy of, once there's an energy field that sort of connects between you two, you guys will meet. It doesn't really matter how, because it's all, everything in the universe is energy anyway. But I'm hearing that just by energetically shifting something, I'm hearing when you shift something within yourself and they shift something within their self, then you will meet, because it's just like, because you'll kind of line up. But it's sort of like, I've got the 3 of Cups goes with the Wheel of Fortune. It's sort of like the energy of something shifting in you, something shifting in them. And if you can just intend, you may even want to meet them in your dreams, but it's sort of like once you have that intention of that energy, then it will kind of shift something, and you guys will meet quite easily. Once those, it's like you, them, and then the universe. Once both you, it's sort of like the energies will sort of align, and you can even call on this energy. I'm not sure exactly, but it's sort of this, a lucky energy. You maybe want to bring in some lucky energy, and they could. No, I'm saying no. It doesn't matter what sun sign they are. It's sort of like it's about aligning the energies, and intuitively, you may want to, utilize your intuition to figure that out. And yeah. I'm getting a sense of almost you guys are mirroring your energy right now with what you're dealing with and what they're dealing with, and it's sort of like, you know, it's once there's an energy of sort of like once there's a magnetic energy, then you guys will meet. It's just like you guys are gonna go to get on the same wavelength. And as you get on the same wavelength, they will get on the same wavelength. It's sort of like a mirroring going on, if that makes sense. And I'm hearing you may sort of, you may not see them right away. Like, what I'm trying to say is when you see them, like I'm seeing like online, if you're doing the whole online thing, it's sort of like, you may, what I'm trying to say is you may see them and not see them because they kind of, something about that, but once you go within, you will see them, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm hearing keep your eyes peeled because the energy is ripe for being attuned. Interesting. And I'm hearing ask for the sort of energies to help you, like various spirit guides to help you, and you will find them easily. So pile number 3. So what do we have for pile number 3? The soulmate for pile number 3. We've got 2 of Wands, Justice. Oh wow, there's 3 twos. So I'm getting this is a very justice-minded person. It could be a Libra or that kind of Libra. So this is a very just person. And even when you tune into this stone, it's got kind of a very strong, just. So I'm getting that this person is very balanced, and it just comes natural to them to be balanced. I'm hearing they could be someone who's very career oriented. They could even actually be in some sort of justice field, like a police officer, a judge even. Well, that would be handy, wouldn't? Or something, or a probation officer, like a something like that, where they it's very much they're about having order, like bringing order to things. So it's sort of like I'm hearing they're stable, like a stable person. Like they wouldn't do anything like off the rails. Like they wouldn't gamble away your life savings. Right? And they're about creating. I'm hearing they could be a Capricorn. They could be a Libra, Capricorn, or something that has that element of steadfast dedication to creating what they want. And it could be in a situation where it's creating balance and order, or in the career and justice fields. And yeah, so I'm hearing they have a very strong presence. I'm hearing they could be average height, but even seem taller because of their strong presence. But yeah, they're very much about creating stability. They like stability. They're almost like, the energy I get is like it's gonna sound funny, but like a pit bull or a Clydesdale combined. Like just that steady, like you don't want to mess with either one. Like either it's like it's someone you don't really want to mess with. Not that they're overtly intimidating, but it's like they will get what they want, and they will restore balance to whatever situation they want to restore balance to. They will definitely do that. They will so yeah, they don't tolerate funny business from themselves or other people, is what I'm hearing. They're kind of, they've got a serious energy, but it's not all, I mean, it's not all, they're not all serious. But that's the core energy of but they're almost impatient. They like to create what they want in their life, and they like it to fall into place. I'm getting it. Yeah, they've got an energy of almost of moving forward with power and even a little bit of impatience, but always strength and balance is what I'm hearing. Interesting energy. And then I've got another 2 from the bottom, and then the moon, and I'm hearing too, like even their emotions are balanced. Like I'm hearing they could be like a very logical person even in regards to their emotions. It's like so it's not that they so what I'm hearing is that it may sound from what I just said that they repress their emotions, but they don't necessarily repress their emotions. Even their emotions, like it's like they'd be the type, even they could even be a psychologist, somebody who logically analyzes emotions. But it's like it's almost like they could be very much about, you know, creating everything to be as they want. But even like if they have a psychological issue, they would almost analyze it. And I'm hearing they could be an INTJ. I don't know if you're familiar with the Myers-Briggs typology, but yeah, they could be an INTJ. If you're, some people aren't familiar with that, but if you are, then an INTJ type energy. Interesting. Yeah, and yeah, a balance, a very balanced energy. So if you're used to people that are unstable, I'm hearing this could be a welcome refreshment from past energies that are not so user friendly, shall we say. Interesting. So now let's go into pile number 4. What do we have at pile number 4? Oh, this beautiful stone here. Okay. What is your soulmate like? Let's look at the energy of that. Oh, I love this stone. This stone my cat actually keeps on absconding with. Keeps on, like, just likes to steal this particular stone. So I don't know if that's significant. Maybe they have cats. I don't know. So 7 of Pentacles. Oh, no, 7 of Wands. 8 of Cups, and the Sun. Interesting energy. So we've got it's almost like conflicting energies in this. Let me just kind of tune into this and see what I can further get. So that shows somebody who's, I'm hearing there is somebody unique, but you may not necessarily wish. They may not wish for it to seem to stand out. They're kind of unique and spiritual. So if you want somebody who's interested in like ETs or spiritual books, like I'm hearing they go to spiritual bookstores. They like finding neat cafes, and I'm hearing that that's interesting. And we meet them, they have a very balanced, dark and bright side. Like when you meet them, they seem quite bright. Like with the sun, like I'm hearing that's what kind of they lead with. But they've kind of got some dark emotions inside, but it's like they wouldn't, and it's kind of to do with sort of connecting with the spiritual elements of the world. Like they connect to all their emotions, the dark ones, the light ones. So they're not necessarily very afraid of like emotions. They're not afraid of emotions. And yeah, they've got I kind of like their energy. They've got a good energy. Let's see if I can get any other information. So yeah, a spiritual seeker is what I'm getting. But room, and they like their own room and their own space. So I'm hearing that one thing that they appreciate is people who respect their space. So if you're kind of an invasive person who doesn't allow people to have their own space, they won't appreciate that, because they don't like people going into their room, their space, and invading it, is what I'm hearing. And threat, yeah, they see that as a major threat. Somebody, so boundaries. They really, I'm hearing they don't like people who don't have boundaries, and it's not like they're hiding something. I'm not hearing they're not hiding anything. They feel, it feels like a positive, like morally upright energy, but it's just like they don't, if you invade their space, they feel it's an attack and a threat to their space, and they don't like that energy. Let's see, anything else? Let's see. I'm hearing that they kind of have a very divine presence, and they feel like an old soul of the world. Yeah, I've heard they've had many many reincarnational cycles. Like they've been quite, you know, they could even be a starseed energy. They've had like a huge amount of like reincarnational cycles. So I'm hearing that, just let me get a drink of water. You may as well too. Like you may have, you know, you may, and I'm hearing you have a huge, I'm hearing they're they're not a minor soulmate, they're a major soulmate, and you've had many lives that have been, they're quite ancient. So there's a sort of a depth to them, like a spiritual depth to them. But it's sort of like, if you look at the striation, and I'm hearing that they may like, you've been around many lives, and that could include some dark lives too. Like, but you've been through, it's not just nice lives. You've had some negative lives together as well. But it's all quote unquote, because, you know, negative lives. But yeah, it's like they're kind of a fascinating energy. If you look at the stone, it's just a really fascinating. The striations on it are quite fascinating. And I'm hearing, yeah, there's complexity, and I'm hearing they may have a certain secretive vibe to them, because they're not, they need their own space, and they don't like it to be violated. They don't like their space to be violated. And let's see, what scholar, and then they may have. So I'm hearing they may have a lot of books, or really like yeah, I'm hearing it, just like I heard, I think I heard at the beginning, like they have like esoteric, like they like reading esoteric books in their room with a cup of coffee is what I'm hearing. They like to like read a lot of books, and like they like the complexity of the universe, of all that kind of thing. So that's really a good thing. So yeah, I think I've got enough energy from this particular pile. Now let us move on to pile number 4. Or 4, no, 5. Because this is pile 4. So this was pile number 4. Pile number 4, I'll put this rock back there so we know we're done. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was pile 4. Thank you, pile 4. Now we're going to move on to pile number 5. Hello, pile number 5. What do we have here? It's a fascinating rock. Okay, we've got the 8 of Cups, the 2 of Wands, or 2 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Wands. So somebody who feels, I'm hearing, there's somebody who feels that their life is coming together. Like they've gone through a lot of difficulty, it was that I'm hearing, and they feel quite, but it's like, what I'm hearing is they feel that things are coming together in their life in a good way, and they're looking forward to balancing everything out. So what they're looking for in somebody is somebody who is sort of, they want somebody who's on the same wavelength of that, and they don't mind waiting. They have a very they have a very balanced energy. They have not a very needy energy. They've got kind of a strong, almost like, and I got the word men. Like they've kind of got an energy of a Sigma male energy. Like, it's sort of like, what I'm hearing is there's somebody who gets along with men and women equally. And what I mean by that is that they sort of, like, they almost see everybody, or men and women, young and old, they sort of get along with every type of person. They have kind of a magnanimous energy of conform. And I'm hearing something they will never do, though. It's like, and I'm hearing it's like the word conform. It's an interesting energy because this 7 of Wands is not at all about conforming. He's about forging his own way. But like, I'm hearing some people who don't know them well would think that they're sort of, their nice persona would be like showing that they're going to conform or what have you. But I'm hearing that they never conform for anybody ever. So they wouldn't like to refer to themselves as stubborn, but there's somebody who just who very much they very much centered on their ideals, and they're very much centered on what it is that they truly want to create for themselves in this life. They're very much centered on that. So it's like, but yeah, I'm hearing woe to the person who tries to put them in a box, because they don't like being in a box, but they feel like they're finally balanced. I'm hearing they could have had some sort of addictive issue, not really a serious one, but maybe like they may have felt imbalanced in some area of their life, and now they feel like it's all coming together, but they've got like an interesting energy. I'm hearing there may be something about them that stands out if you look for it. It's like a weird tattoo, or like a weird piercing that wouldn't like oh, you'd see, oh, that's interesting, or a weird birthmark, or like a weird part in the hair, and it's like a subtle, or something like the eyes being a different color than the other, or something that's a little bit unique and interesting, but not extreme. Like I'm hearing they kind of have a normal appearance, but there's something slightly interesting about them. And I'm hearing it could be something like they're off in a good way, like, if that makes sense. Because when people say and I'm hearing, like, when people say, oh, someone's off, or that person just felt off, I'm hearing that people feel this way about this person. They feel like, oh, they're a little bit off, but it's in a good way. It's in a positive way. And I'm hearing they know how to make decisions now. I'm hearing that they feel this sense, they've been feeling this sense of power and confidence. Like they now know how to make decisions, and they know what's truly important and what is truly worth fighting for and what isn't. So they're basically, yeah, and then I'm hearing with the Ace of Swords popped out here, right? So it's sort of like they're very much about creating something new in their life now, and they feel this sense of power and confidence, almost like their intuition is basically telling them that everything will be okay. And yeah, and then the Magician came out too, so it's sort of like they feel that's about creating power and confidence. So they feel this surge. I'm hearing they may not have always felt that sense of confidence, or a lot of times it's been a fake confidence, but now it's developing into this actual real confidence is what I'm hearing. This real confidence, and it's like and then we've got the Lovers that came out, so I'll cover that there for good old YouTube and its censors. But it's sort of like, yeah, they're ready to create what they want in all aspects of their life, and to have what they want in their life. So that's we've got that pile number 5. Now pile number 6. Let's see, what do we have for pile number 6? Interesting energy. It's got the nicest looking stone. So let's see. So I'm hearing this is kind of a ethereally attractive person. It's almost like they have alien energy. They have like this ethereal energy, and it's sort of like this energy that like I'm hearing that they're mystically attractive. Like they're oddly attractive. And I know that sounds funny, but it's sort of like they have this energy. I'm hearing they have very interesting eyes, and people don't know what to make of their eyes. They feel a little bit almost like they're a loss for words. This person, yeah, they have a very mystical energy, and it's sort of like they're kind of confounded. This person is confounded by their energy field, because it's sort of like it what's the word? It shakes. I can't remember the word for it, but there's people that carry energy fields that sort of shake up other people's energy fields, right? So this person could be definitely, I'm getting definitely like a starseed energy, but like a very attractive, unique looking starseed energy. And yeah, they really shake people up. And they're kind of a little bit paranoid about this because they know that they have this effect on other people. So it's almost like they feel like they have to hide their light. And I'm hearing that they had like a very interesting, it sounds funny, they had a really interesting mother who imbued a lot of traits. Like they look like their mother, or they something to do with their mother, like they may have, I'm hearing they may have even lost their mother, but their mother was very like imbued these spiritual traits, or was very like very like energetically like the similar, and they may have lost this person, and they feel so, not for all of them, but for some. But it's sort of like they may both may have been both star seeds, but it's sort of something like that. And let's see if I can get some more information. So I got 2 from the bottom. So oh wow, romance angels are helping you. Interesting. So yeah, this person, I'm getting a very spiritual energy. They may be very associated with Archangel Michael. And I'm hearing that they may have a sense of humor, or I'm hearing the person's guides, they have a lot of guides, I'm hearing. And they're very, very highly developed guides, because the more people are sort of like starseeds, or like been around the universe, the more kind of like powerful guides they have, I'm hearing. So I'm hearing this person has very powerful guides. They've got a very romance angels are helping you, sense of humor. It's something about humor. So does that person have a sense of humor? I'm hearing sometimes. They've got like an interesting sense of humor. I'm hearing like 85% serious, 15% or 10% humorous. But yeah, like or something humorous, or you may have a lot of humor together, and you may have had a lot of interesting prayer will help the situation. This is your life's purpose. So I'm hearing you guys may be very similar in energy. Like this could actually describe you as well, having an interesting energy, an interesting like an interesting energy about you. So yeah, I'm hearing for this particular pile, you guys could have very similar energy. And it's like definitely an ET or otherworldly, other dimensional energy. And it's like and you may feel this way as well too. You may feel that you shake up the energy around you without meaning to, and know that lots of people have these sort of energies, these codes and everything. And I'm hearing that you'll have some very good conversations or what comes up. And let's see what else. Sorrow came up before too. So yeah, this person may feel a lot of sorrow in their life, and it's not that it's been like a huge energy, and it's almost like they're waiting for the sorrow to go away, trying to deal with it. But I feel like they are releasing this sorrow and pain that they've dealt, and it could be just an energetic feel that they've had within them. But I'm hearing that's a loss of somebody who was very important to them, and perhaps a mother figure or even a grandmother figure. But they're kind of processing it, and they're basically they're kind of resolving it, and sort of and they have very wise energy, but very interesting spiritual energy, if that makes sense. But and I keep on getting you guys could be from the same, I'm hearing the same space, otherworldly space pod, even like the same civilization. So you could be similar, like ET beings is what I'm hearing. Yeah, you could be similar ET beings, and your meeting will help you move forward with your your life in some way. It will help you cut. I'm hearing you both will help each other since you have similar energies, or either similar and or counterbalancing energies. Because of that, it will help you balance out your energies. It will help you. Sort of move forward and cut through the ties that have bound both of you, perhaps, or one of you more than other, but something to that nature. Interesting. So now let's go to pile number 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 7. We're on 7 now. At the end now. So last but not least, this beautiful pink. Wow, that is gorgeous. Take a look at that. It's really fascinating and very pretty. Let's see, what do we have? We've got, interesting, we've got 4 different cards here. So 4 of Pentacles, Temperance, 9 of Pentacles, and then we've got this other card here too. Let's see what that is. But so there's somebody has a independence is what I'm hearing. And I'm hearing that they, in some cases, they could be, this is going to resonate for all of the soulmates, but it's somebody who have maybe, like had some sort of a windfall, I'm not sure, or sort of family. I'm getting an energy of, I'm not sure why, but like family wealth. And it's sort of like, I'm getting this sense of almost rejecting of it too. And I'm going to try and get like, okay, some more energy. But yeah, like they just basically, they're trying to balance some sort of energy that like somebody may think it's a good thing that they got it, but they're not so sure. Like something, yeah, some sort of, like they're kind of, I'm hearing they may be somebody who's like born into sort of a very like high like wealthier family, but they're kind of mixed about that, and they try and balance how they're going to be into the world, or they may have some sort of windfall, or some for some reason, I'm not sure, not like apply to everybody, but let's see, what else do we have here? 3 of Swords. So I'm hearing that there's sort of like a bit of a defensiveness too, because this person may have had some very untrustworthy behavior exhibited throughout their, it could be recent, but it could be throughout their life. And it's not that they're entirely, I mean, they're distrustful, but it's like they're a little bit of like they try and temper everything. They're a little bit cautious, like they try and like, my sense is that they've sort of gone full bore into different situations in the past, and they're a little bit uneasy about that. But it's sort of like, I don't know why I'm getting this energy of like wealth, or just being somehow wealthy. Not, it could be part of some of their own means, but some of them not really, like they've just some stuff about family wealth, and they're suspicious because they've seen weird things in their family because of that. And it's sort of like a mixed blessing, because they've got this wealth, but they don't, it's not all it's cracked up to be, or something to that nature. Interesting. Didn't think I would get anything like that, but and it's sort of like there's a sense of going on in their own, but sort of being conflicted about that. Interesting. And let's see if I can get some more. So I'm hearing that you might get some very interesting family stories from them about like really weird. I'm hearing they have a really weird, rich family. But yeah, that's interesting for some of them, not all, but and I'm hearing that they're very, okay, what I'm hearing is they're very cautious about who they let into their life and into their heart, because I'm seeing with the friend here, they've let people into their life that are very backstabby, and it's like their heart can't handle that, like the kind of things that they've behavior that they've had from people. So it's sort of like they're very cautious, but they're not too cautious. Like they will let people into their life, but it's just like they just have a good deal. There's nothing wrong with that, right? As long as somebody's not too suspicious. But game, it's sort of like, yeah, I'm seeing like they've seen some very, very disturbing toxic behavior throughout their life, and like people that are almost like I'm sensing that they've seen for some reason some very sociopathic behavior, and I'm hearing like interesting. I heard the word mafia, so maybe that's a very strange. I hope that they're not, but I mean maybe they are, and maybe that's not necessarily. But it's something. The word, like, you know, when it's not saying necessarily their families in the mafia, but it's like that kind of energy of like it's like a very embedded system of money or business. So that would kind of explain why I picked up wealth, but being like sort of beholden and stuck to this wealth. Like, for example, you know, like maybe they're gotten a bit like a chunk of a family business and they're kind of stuck to it and they're grateful for it, but they don't want to be stuck to it. So it's sort of like that energy of, you know, if like it's a big affliction, right? If you're part of this kind of structure. So it's sort of like there's this structure that's really like weird, and they've seen some in home, and then I'm put like home. So I'm hearing that their home was not as like in their extended family was somehow very dysfunctional, but yeah. But it doesn't mean, I mean, they're a good, it's not like they're a bad, like they're a good energy. I'm not sensing a bad energy, but it's an interesting energy. Like they'll have some stories about how they've seen some really weird, crazy things is what I'm hearing. Like, gift. So I'm hearing that they know that gifts aren't all that they're cracked up to be, or that like having a lot of abundance isn't always what it's cracked up to be, or you know, a rich high rolling life isn't all it's cracked up to be. So it's sort of like, because what I'm sensing is that, yeah, the things that they've seen throughout their life has really, you know, given them a distrusting nature, but it's like almost like they came into this sort of life with a loving nature, and then they were like put into either experienced it or seen some very like disturbing things on various levels, and they're trying to sort of balance out their energy with that. They're trying to balance out their energy and I'm hearing finding their own power is a big part of that. Like they're trying to balance their own sort of pain in regards to that, and their own sense of power. And it's like they've kind of been doing a lot of introspection about this and how they're going to sort of be in this life with what they've experienced, if that makes sense. An interesting energy, yeah. I don't, let's see if we can get some Archangel cards. I heard 6 from so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got, okay, forgive yourself. You've gone nothing wrong. So I'm hearing that it's almost like they've come into this life and taken on throughout, or like, were not the fault of their own, but they've taken on this energy that they really didn't really want to take on, but there were blessings with it and curses with it, and they're just sort of processing, and now they're going to this, they're becoming a person that feels protected and guarded and sort of powerful. So it's like they're going through this transformation, and I'm hearing they may go through this transformation throughout their entire life. It's like, so it's kind of like they're a very profound soul, is what I'm hearing, to take this on, this like all-encompassing energy field that they stepped into, is what I'm hearing. They're a powerful soul, they're a powerful soul, but they're kind of a little bit shaky, even though they may not seem that way.